Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to go cover up all the next upcoming PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X restocks, as well kind of give you guys a nice weekly recap, just so you guys can kind of go get caught on up, because I know sometimes you guys have busy weeks or maybe miss a video, especially because I make so many videos in the first place. And always a quick reminder, don't worry, I will probably be trying my best to kind of keep on trucking through it till at least the end of the holiday season, because there's sure going to be a lot more new people, as well as a lot of you guys out there that still need your consoles. But good Lord, whenever we're done the holiday season, I am definitely toning down the uploads. I upload so much, but I try my best to kind of at least be topics or at least have things that at least are needed, at least, a little bit. So hope you guys all been enjoying the videos themselves. I just appreciate you guys always so much for watching, and hopefully you guys had a really good week. We actually had a pretty productive, I think, week overall. So like I said, I'm going to give you guys all the future drops to be on the lookout for, as well as our time expectations, and as well what I actually did go restock all throughout this week, so you guys are all caught on up. As well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We'll definitely be tracking a lot of walk-ins restocks as of tomorrow morning, because usually the weekends are pretty good for that as well. Make sure you guys also subscribe for the PS5 giveaway. We'll probably have another one in the way super soon. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. And of course, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100 with the link down below. You guys basically get free stock, just instantly go and sell it and just whatever, get rid of it. And of course, Coinbase, if you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. Leave a like in the video. Or if you guys did go get any W's all throughout this week, or else, feel free to use this video as a way to kind of complain down below, or send me some pictures of your consoles whenever they do go and arrive. So let's go, without further ado, let's go dive on into it. So number one is that we did actually go and have that good old spicy Target restock that happened today. Now, we knew the stock was there. We knew it was pretty much like an all right drop. Nothing super crazy, nothing super bad. It just was a typical normal Target restock. And what I mean by that is the fact that, well, when it comes to Target, it kind of shows up and then it's kind of gone. And in all honesty, they usually don't do too many waves. They don't have any kind of crazy issues most of the time. Just the bigger issue I think we usually see, and even from today, we did go and see a lot of folks that had canceled order issues, and some folks who just never had their orders even show on up. That's kind of like just a normal traditional Target restock. So we did have the PlayStation 5s, we knew it was there, so our kind of expectations for what to expect as of next, we did go and see a few stores go and slowly start receiving Xbox Series X's. And I think that's been a kind of actually really big console that a lot of folks have been waiting for and trying their best to get their hands on, especially during the holidays. So when it comes to the Xbox Series X, since we have seen a few small batches start arriving, I think we'll definitely be anticipating a Target restock within that middle period. So within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be expecting our next PlayStation 5 restock, just based on trends, and also probably PlayStation 5 digitals. We usually see that kind of like the usual cycle. We usually have a few like little indicators beforehand. And then the Xbox Series X's. Well, the last Xbox Series X, like the one that was not today, actually was even before this last PlayStation drop. So that means the Xboxes are extremely overdue, and that's why we're somewhat being patient to see if it were going to be restacking throughout this drop. But what actually did go happen is that we really didn't see too much. So 2 things to note, because we are seeing small batches of stock arriving throughout the next 2 weeks, and if we see more employee information, we'll 100% let you guys know. But basically, we'll be expecting it with probably the next 2 to 3 weeks, if, the good old Microsoft gods go and bless us with more stock. But it does seem that they have been. They've been doing very active stuff with even GameStop, as well as also their own Microsoft Expresses, kind of like how it is for the PlayStation Directs. So I'm sure the stock is actually going to keep on flowing, especially for the holiday reasons. So I probably expect an Xbox restock either from your own regional or zip code area throughout these next 2 weeks or so, maybe even as early as even next week. But especially if we see more stock, I'll let you guys know in the channel. That'll be the biggest indicator to see when the next big stock drops will actually go and happen. As well, Walmart. We actually did not go and see any Walmart restocks. It was kind of surprising, but we did go and see some Sam's Club bundles. So they probably just replaced the Walmart drop this week with some Sam's Club drops. Mainly because we're seeing a lot more PlayStation 5s being produced, and Sam's Club took a while to go and restock. So that makes kind of sense for that. But Walmart did not go and drop this week. We were somewhat pseudo expecting it, but I would probably want to go and say next week will look extremely likely, and I'm for sure for all these videos we'll go more in depth for the weekly video and a little bit more just better information on that one. But when it comes to Walmart itself, no drop, and we did also not see any Xboxes or PlayStation 5, so the likelihood bumps up a lot throughout next week, and especially since we've been seeing a lot more of the overdue orders finally kind of making their way out there, it just kind of means that Walmart's looking a lot more on the likely side, which is always very nice to go and see. As well, Best Buy and GameStop, which we're about to go talk about here in a second, have both been absolutely clutch throughout this entire week. It's been insane on that. So basically for that, Best Buy had a walk-in event last week walk-in event literally today where people were still getting consoles, and also as of yesterday for their GPUs, where we saw a lot of GPUs for the 3000 series cards, 3060, 3070, 3080, 3090s, all basically come into stock. So that was clutch. And as well, throughout this entire week, we saw both PlayStation 5s as of literally today, which if you guys missed my earlier video, I actually was able to go and snag one. So that will probably be our next PlayStation 5 giveaway item, which is always very nice to go and see. As well as also Xboxes earlier in the week, though they still have not dropped their Xbox Series X Halo Infinite consoles. So what to expect in the future? So number one, it's very nice to go and see that Best Buy is working into more walk-ins, same with GameStop. So it would actually not surprise me if throughout the next 6 weeks or so, that was the same timestamp as the GPUs, we do see another walk-in event, which would also make a lot of sense too. With the holidays coming on up, they probably want to try their best to prevent scalpers and botters the best they can. And as well, usually we have been seeing Best Buy go and do like a few weeks on, then a few weeks off restocks for the normal consoles. So even next week, we could probably maybe anticipate and look for another big console restock, which is very nice to go and see. Now, of course, it'll be kind of weird because they also worked in and walk-in event, and those usually do have bigger amounts of stock. So the likelihood of a next week restock does kind of tone down a little bit, but based on previous Best Buy trends, we usually do see a few weeks on, like 3 weeks on, and then a few weeks off. So we kind of had the few weeks off, and they were able to go build up a lot more stock. So I'll be very anticipating to go and see more of that. And I love seeing that we're seeing more walk-ins kind of slowly becoming more available. As well, GameStop as well did have a PlayStation 5 restock online, which once again, I do love these online and in-store drops. I kind of like the combination because I do feel like it's a little bit for pretty much just everyone wins. So GameStop itself did have that really nice big walk-in event, although it was only in 3 different cities. So that means it was in New York, Texas, and San Antonio. But while I'm sure a lot of you folks kind of wish it was a nationwide restock, we did have an online restock where a lot of folks did have a chance to go and get their consoles, which is always very nice to go and see that. I mean, usually bundles are pretty nice because they're more expensive, less scalpers, less botters because they just don't make as much money. And as well, the walk-in event, because I think it did go pretty good. It's mostly been out of stock from most of the store locations. The lines weren't that drastic, at least in comparison to Best Buy. So I do kind of feel like a lot of these stores are going to try their best and maybe start doing more walk-in events, especially with the holidays getting closer as of now. And I think that's actually kind of a good thing too, because I think they have nice little balance for all that is very, very nice. Some people can only do walk-ins, or they just don't want to deal with the online orders, or as well, it just kind of does tone down the scalpers and kind of lets the people that are really committed and want to camp on overnight get their consoles, and then at least online orders are still happening. Now, the one big thing I wish they would go and fix is better hours for working people, because I'm sure a lot of folks either can't stay overnight, or if they have kids or have a job, and also it's kind of hard sometimes to get their drops, because as of today, Best Buy even restocked around 12 o'clock. So like, it's not good either way. As well, when it comes to all the other big boys too, I think all those drops are pretty nice. We'll be anticipating maybe another GameStop drop, usually every other week. So apparently next week might be a little more on the drier side. We also might have a little bit of a drier next week too, either way, just because we have so many big restocks going on. As well, Amazon. Amazon was one of the big boys that actually was quiet. We saw no PlayStation 5s besides the little warehouse consoles, which we always have linked down below. And as well, for Xboxes, they also once again didn't go and restock. But I will go and say the Xbox restock looks a lot more likely all throughout this next upcoming week, or even weekend. We have seen Amazon do weekend drops, mainly because the Xbox Series X, both Halo Edition and normal consoles have not dropped. Same with Best Buy. So Amazon for that next week, it'd be very, very likely to finally see a proper Xbox Series X drop. Halo Infinite, we're not sure exactly when or how they're going to want to do it. And online was kind of a little bit more on the quieter side, but they did go and drop an Xbox Series S throughout the week. That was pretty much about it. So the likelihood of them doing an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 bundle next week should be pretty likely. GameFly also was a little bit more on the quieter side. Didn't really see too much movement from there on both the PlayStation 5 or Xboxes, but Newegg did come in pretty clutch, and we did have a chance to go and see them have a few of the Newegg shuffles work on in. PlayStation Directs, we did go and see one public queue and one kind of like makeup queue. I was kind of expecting a little bit more of a smaller drop in general, mainly because like, that's just how it is. Like they did like 10 drops in a row, so I would not be surprised in that. And as well, when it came to all the walk-ins, we should actually have a lot of walk-in news, so be on the lookout for that tomorrow. But we saw quite a bit of decent walk-in rumors for both when it comes to Fred Meyer's and Kroger's. We saw some small stock for there, Meyer's too as well, and also PC Richards and a few other various locations, which is always very nice. But the main big boys for the walk-ins were Best Buy and GameStop, like I said throughout this video. I'm just happy they actually had a chance to go do more walk-ins. Now, we didn't really have too many small retailers, and I do think we'll maybe have a lot more of the mid-tier retailers maybe as of next week. So hopefully I'll be pretty good at that. And also we have a few little retailers to be on the lookout for, especially if you want to do a double whammy drop or some Xbox focus. I do appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Hope you guys are all caught on up. If you guys did get a console throughout this week, leave a comment down below. Or if you guys are still looking for one, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed for the brand new PS5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stack and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. So always link down below. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching and existing. You guys are all beautiful, and I'll see you guys up on the next one. Love you guys.